It's too strong.
That's how men sip on their drink. I'm just telling her I sip on it.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It is the Dormtainment podcast, and we have myself, Rome. We have Mike. We have Emmanuel.
I want to say something.
Now or okay, hold on. We're getting some mic feedback. Okay, we have Chaz. We have Cam. We have Tay, and we have.
A sound effect I gotta do. You running over.
We can't hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to go back.
Okay, we have Chaz, we have Cam,
Okay.
we have Tay, and we have the beautiful Cynthia Luciette.
Hey, what's
All
up,
right. Mike, your mic.
Let's all put our phones on.
Mike,
That was really bad timing.
Mike, I'm gonna unplug you for a sec, but don't be alarmed, okay? It's all right. Don't be offended, please don't. But yeah, welcome back, everybody. How you doing, Cynthia? You doing good?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. How y'all doing?
Doing real good.
We good?
I'm
You all right? What's wrong? You said you had something to say. What you got to say?
I'm just all right, bro.
You hungry?
You're feeling blue, but wearing black. I don't know.
Let's talk about it. Why didn't you get yourself something to eat today, Emmanuel?
Man, you know what I'm saying? We were working.
Oh, that's no excuse, man. You didn't manage.
You were in the kitchen before me. I saw you in the kitchen this morning.
Actually, I ate breakfast. I'm just hungry.
Yeah, I saw you
Oh,
eating
so you
breakfast.
just trying to be greedy now.
I imagine like the Dormtainment house, like there's just always bitches in lingerie cooking for y'all. Like,
Man, why do people?
You the first person to ever say that.
You know what?
And I wish that was true, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
that's how y'all gotta get this, man.
Let them think that.
Yeah.
They don't even have to be in lingerie. This cooking is sexy.
I mean,
We're not gonna throw that away.
I mean, don't throw it away, but I'll take the first
Cynthia,
option
sometimes in this group we have a hard time counting our blessings.
Uh-huh.
And we might not see it every day, but we probably had that once or twice and forgot about it.
Okay. All right.
I never had a girl in lingerie cook for me.
Oh, really?
You was probably gone that day. Shay.
That sucks. That's
You
sad.
probably went to the mall that day or something.
Went to the mall.
Yo, that's fucked up, yo. If somebody,
He was.
We had
he was in
a
traffic.
lot of women cook for us, and only one bad experience thus far over the years. So.
That's pretty
Good
good.
track
Yeah.
record.
What was the bad experience, if you don't mind? Okay. All right.
I can
know
say
if
this.
she-
I can say this. Let's
I don't
just
know if
say.
she's listening to it.
No.
you know.
We're not gonna make it
I
detailed.
don't be caring.
This is my friend. None of them is their
Alright,
friend,
you're
so
right.
I would have to suffer.
Yeah, you could.
But once you say
You know.
the details,
No, I was. See, he didn't even let me say the detail.
If y'all get
I already know what
arrested,
you
do
mean.
not let him talk. He'd be like, I mean, it may or may not be my friend. Like,
Yeah. Well, we're here, and we're going to have a great conversation today. We're going to start off with some things we're not going to talk about. I don't know how many people got things we're not going to talk about.
It don't matter.
All right. Well, one
I
thing.
got to.
Okay. Well, Cams, what's something
One, we ain't
going
gonna talk about how dirty this podcast table is
Okay.
for some reason. I don't know how it got so dirty.
You know, we did have a party.
Oh,
we did. You
yeah,
probably
yeah.
did.
But this table wasn't out during the party, so let's give me another excuse.
Okay.
It was in the garage on the floor.
Oh, okay. This does look like garage
little floor.
But
So Cynthia, feel free to
Right,
put
like
your
I'm-
hands all over it, lean on it.
Do whatever you got to do.
Relax.
now I'm looking at the table like, damn, I didn't even notice. Like, shit.
Thanks, Ken. Thanks for
Can't
pointing
throw
out
us
something
on
else
the table again.
that you didn't have to point
Things we ain't
out.
But we're not
gonna
going to
talk
talk about it. You know.
We just did. It's kind of late now.
Tay, you got something you're not going to talk about?
nope.
I think this is like the second time you had something to talk about, and your professionalism is just going.
Let's talk
thing
about your
is-
fro a little bit. How's
talk
it?
about it.
How's it coming?
Well, Fro status update. I've been growing it for I think officially about a year now.
That's
I
it.
would- yeah, I think it's about a year.
I'm saying that's all it grew in a year.
Yeah,
He's
like,
cut it a lot.
He been cutting. He been trying.
Been
to-
cutting,
okay.
I've been trying, trimming and cutting,
Getting shaped
cutting
up
and
and
trimming. It's a weird shape right now. I won't lie, but
It's a little shroomish.
it's shroomish. It's shroomish.
But it gives you character.
It
though.
gives me character.
Like
I try.
Chaz's hair.
Yeah, because. Because don't put his hair in my hair.
I'm just saying.
Whoa,
It's a good
whoa!
shape.
You don't want to be in the same.
Yeah, what's wrong?
What's wrong with my hair?
Mine is like, it's up there.
It's up there.
Damn. You know,
Wow.
he kind of perfected his. Can I say that?
Okay,
Chaz is
yeah.
serious about his. I asked him to go to
Yeah.
7-Eleven the other day. He said, "Let me grab some shea butter right quick
Yeah.
before we leave."
Yeah.
See,
as a
this,
group, do you guys have to have different types of hair? Like, has it ever been like, okay, like,
Yeah, I chose to shave my head bald.
You chose that? That's what you.
No, we don't have to
chose
have
that.
no,
It's just,
you don't worry about your styles, like,
Yeah,
ever
we
looking
do.
the same,
Yes, we
or
do.
like,
no, not being the same. No, we just just do.
No,
Well, he does.
We do. He does.
He does. He's the one, like, if we all go into a store and leather jackets, he'll be like, well, if y'all get it, I don't care. I'm going to get it too.
Anything somebody else wants to
Yeah, I
get
don't
that
care.
matched on, he'll be like, oh, I'm gonna get it.
I don't care what y'all.
I
Right.
don't care if they got it.
In a way, it is because these two wear the jean jackets, and I like jean jackets, but because they wear it,
It can't be too much.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it because I
Half
didn't
the
want
group
to know.
can't be in jean
Exactly.
jackets.
No.
Like that's a.
But I like it. But
Cynthia,
But we not.
let me tell you something, Cynthia. If I like it, we're gonna see some triplets up there.
Right.
Chaz don't get it.
And that's the difference.
Hey, that's real.
But it'll always be like that. We don't have to worry about running into each other because he's the only one that feels like that. Everybody else is kind of independent.
But things we not gonna talk. We not
Yeah,
gonna
with
talk about that.
anybody.
got
Mike?
it.
Oh, you, Manuel?
Yeah. Since we missed last week's podcast, we didn't get a chance to not talk about Drake's dancing recently.
Oh yeah.
I'm
liked
kind
it.
of at a loss. How did y'all feel?
Without the public's perception, as soon as we got off the airplane, we would be landing in North Carolina. As soon as we got off the airplane, I opened Twitter and I saw Drake Hotline Bling, and I automatically just went to it. Without the public's perception, I was like, "Yo, this is cool as fuck." I was like, "Yo, this is cool." I was like, "Oh shit, people gonna go crazy over this." And then I saw everybody making fun of it.
So you
matter
didn't
what
expect
he
people
does.
to make fun of it.
Oh,
You
no.
thought everybody
No,
was
but-
gonna be
No,
here's
but just
the
me.
thing.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be cool.
right.
Drake expects people to make fun of him.
Oh yeah.
He picks out. He said, "Oh, they gonna get me for that. Oh, they gonna get me for that." They love it. He loves it. He loves it.
And I didn't expect that because when I first saw it, I was like, "Why is he dancing so goofy right now?" I was like, "This is."
he had a choreographer on set. I read her.
He didn't have a choreographer.
Yes, he did. Tanisha
Yeah,
Scott.
But she said it wasn't like she came on there giving him moves. She was just there to like bump him up, like, and she like it was just a party on set. He just did all of that himself.
That's cool.
She said they were dancing behind camera. He was dancing. She said the energy was crazy.
Because that's the same thing with Rihanna. Rihanna used to worry about how she used to sing, and people just like, use your natural voice. If you naturally dance goofy, just go ahead and do
It's
it.
character to me, and that's what I think Drake has tapped into, his natural character of like just letting go and stop worrying about what everybody thinks of him now.
Yep.
And it's because the confidence and the money is there, and some people can reach it in other ways, but some people have to have that to validate it. And I think Drake's one of them.
And he has the women as well. They
How
have.
did you feel about it?
I mean, when I first watched it, because I watched it without any public perception too, and I was like, I thought I was the only one who noticed that the dancing was bad. And I was like, dang, like I like this, I just did not like the dancing. And then when I went on Twitter, I was like, oh no, everybody noticed it. And I was like, well, I think everybody kind of feels the same way. Like it's funny, it's goofy, but at the same time, it gave you something to talk about. It was the only Drake video I watched more than once.
Exactly. Well, it started from the bottom. I watched like 3
So I
times.
couldn't. And then the whole skit in the middle, like I couldn't.
I thought that was
do
kind of
twice.
cute.
I couldn't.
But I guess we're not going to talk about it. Mike?
Man, I have something good I don't want to talk about.
Okay.
Why don't you want to talk about it?
Well, because it's the subject.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know,
Oh.
but I still want to
section,
talk,
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
so you want to skip it or you want
No, I want to talk about it a little bit.
Okay.
We was traveling this week, and I sat. But I always say, man, I want to sit next to a beautiful person. And me and the shallow thinking is just like, when you're on the plane, you never get to sit next to the hot girl. Or, in your case,
She always walks by and
Yeah.
and she always
Yeah.
passes right by you and sits like 2
Exactly.
She
seats
even
behind.
turns towards you.
Then you get the nigga with the biggest underarms ever. Right.
6 foot
Right.
8, 500 pounds.
So I purposely said right before we left, like literally before I meditated before we left, and I said, I want to sit next to a beautiful woman on this trip. And I was like, okay, I meditated about it. We left. Flight going. I was like, okay, this is it. I wore my best clothes. Like I had on a good outfit too.
Best
I had on a good. I had on a
You knew
I
it
had
was
on a
coming.
good outfit.
Okay.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
You made sure
He was
everything
looking
was
fresh.
cool, looking fresh, and it wasn't like I was trying hard, but it was like
You
niggas
just knew.
looking fresh. You already
Right.
know how I do, Cynthia. Anyway,
It's still something we're not gonna talk about.
no, I got to tell the story, man. I got to tell the story. It's a good story.
All right, go ahead.
So anyway, I said I'm gonna sit next to somebody beautiful. So we get on the plane. I ain't sitting next to nobody beautiful.
No, who was it?
I forget.
Damn.
That's how non-beautiful they were. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
I don't think I even spoke to the person. I don't remember. I don't even remember who it was. It might have been one of y'all. I forgot.
Hey, man. Matter of fact, when I think about it, that was me.
I'm sorry. I don't know. But anyway, so we took 2 planes there because connecting flights nowadays is what you do.
That's what you do. When you
Took
don't
2
have
planes there,
money.
nobody. We got
I
to.
don't think everybody take connecting flights.
No. I be booking the flights, Chaz. Every time you
No, you
search.
said that's what everybody do. I think.
Well, West Coast. If you're going from West Coast to East Coast,
I think Drake and them just take a private.
They might.
jet,
They
you
might
know
take
what I'm
a
saying?
private
well,
jet. That's a different.
I doubt Drake is listening to this right
Let's
now.
not talk about that.
You go ahead.
Yeah. So anyway, so coming back now, we took another flight. Still nobody. I was like, all right, it's cool. I'll chalk this one up as a loss.
Right.
We had another connecting flight in Houston to come to Cali. Sit on the plane by myself. I'm in the middle. I'm pissed. I fucking hate the middle. I hate it. I'm tall. I have to pee a lot.
That's true. He be peeing. He be
You know what I'm
peeing.
saying? So
Bladder the size of a thimble. Man.
So I'm sitting, I get there and I see the row empty and I
That's a
sit
joke.
dab in the middle and I'm like, man, I hope nobody come.
Right.
I hope this row stay empty. I'm gonna lay out straight, right? So anyway, I sit and then I see this guy walking towards me. It's kind of this black guy. I don't really know. Black guy sits next to me. I'm like, all right, and here go one. And then I see this woman walking towards us. She's actually attractive. Maybe like early 30s. I was like, oh, where's she going?
Where you going?
So I'm still like, I think I was reading something. So I'm just in my I was watching the Netflix show. So I'm in it. I'm like, I'm gonna just keep being in this, whatever. And then I hear her say, oh, I'm sitting right there. Look up, right next to me. I'm like, okay.
Congratulations. Did you talk to her? Did you?
She was the most, not only, it took a minute for me to talk to her, but intellectually, she put me on to so much business game. She had just came back from buying her first 3 properties in Indianapolis.
Wow.
And her husband is a tycoon. When I say tycoon, millionaire. Like the dude had properties and he sells and rents and like he climbs mountains. The dude next to me spoke in front of Obama about mental health. He tried to commit suicide senior year in high school. He showed me all his scars right here. 2 of these people I had to sit next to got so much from them.
Wow.
Got so much from them. And I was just like that, putting that out there. And
Yeah,
it took
yeah.
the whole trip, but
But
I
you
was
got
like,
it.
it was worth it. And it was the time where I didn't want nobody next to me either.
You said he broke every bone in his body.
Yes.
I was
He
like,
broke every.
When I wake
up-
He jumped off a 9-story building.
Jeez.
He was
Ooh.
suffering from depression in a senior year.
Ooh.
So now, guess what he does? He goes around and gives speeches to the youth about depression, about mental health, and about how it's not that serious.
That was his calling.
That's
Yeah.
what.
That was a call.
That was his
Yeah.
calling. And Obama invited him recently to go speak at the White House, and he met Obama, met Bradley Cooper, who he said he was more excited for than Obama.
That's cool.
But
This
we
was
not
a
gonna touch
very
this.
shallow story that
That
turned
turned
into
into-
like
Yes.
a
I want to sit
life-changing
next
experience.
to a bad bitch.
I did say a beautiful woman. I did say a beautiful woman, and I did meet a beautiful woman inside and out.
That's
And
good.
she was married, and that was the
Yeah.
thing about it. I
Yeah.
didn't even care. I just met a beautiful person.
Well, you know, if you meet a beautiful woman, she's gonna have some stuff to,
Yeah.
Not all the time.
Not all the time. But
Not all the
stories.
She's gonna have some stories. What? No. Yes.
No, she's gonna have stories, but I don't want to hear some
It's
of
a
the
lot of
stories.
lonely, pretty bitches.
There's a lot of lonely, pretty girls.
They didn't tap into their
Think
potential.
about that the next time you're hesitant to approach one.
Okay.
I already know about this.
Yeah.
All right, so that's
That's something we talked about, but we're not gonna talk
we're not
about.
gonna talk about it. Good
We
energy.
did talk about
We
that,
did
but
talk
it's-
about it.
It was
I
good.
feel like the podcast open.
My last,
that was good.
I guess I can end it off. We're not gonna talk about how I went on a date on Saturday. It was great.
Oh,
It was
shit,
cool.
a
You know
date?
What I'm saying?
Man,
Okay.
this date.
You know, it's my first like actual date.
did you
where
guys do?
I said that we just had like a little brunch, little brunch date.
What did you eat?
Why you excited about this one, Ron?
No, I'm about to tell you.
Okay,
Tell me what you
I'm
ate
about
first.
to tell you. What we eat?
Yeah.
I had a little waffle.
Okay.
Little
I think your
waffle.
mic popping. I think can't move too much. Yeah, it's all that. Oh God, it's all that right there.
Oh no.
Yeah, you gotta figure it out. Okay. Yeah, but
Two-hand grip
yeah.
in, like.
So I had me a waffle with a nice veggie omelet. You know what I'm saying? It was real good. We had a little latte. It was great conversation. She's a beautiful person inside and out, just like the girl Mike met.
Okay.
And then
Was it the same girl?
The woman. Mike
Was it
met.
the same girl?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. And we had been talking from like Saturday and then Sunday, then Monday, and then yesterday she called me and said we can't talk no more because
What?
no. I understood. She said you're a great guy. She said, and I like everything that you got going on.
Sure, she said great guy. Like,
Yeah, phenomenal,
like
actually.
guy?
I believe it. You're a good guy.
I appreciate it, Mike. And then she said, but where
Rome's cool.
she said, but where she's at in her career, she said, there's no need for me to get time to know you right now because it wouldn't be fair to you because I'm not gonna be able to give you the time and you probably won't. And I was
that's
like, you know
sexy.
What?
That's
And I was
sexy.
Like, you
You
know
gotta
what?
respect that.
I can't even. I was like, I'm not even gonna be mad.
Is it just me or like when you find a girl like that, you want to chase her even more? Kinda. Like you kind of want,
you got it.
You kind of want to gun
I was
for
like,
her.
you got it. Yeah, I was like, I understand. I was like, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? If you need to talk, whatever, I'm here. But you know, I kept it real cool.
Did you have to go to the bathroom?
Did I have to go to the bathroom?
Was your tip wet?
Oh my!
For those who don't know, men's tip get a
Come
little
on,
wet.
man.
Men get wet
Get a
too.
little wet too.
That's what we definitely not gonna talk about that. We definitely not gonna talk about that. Definitely not gonna talk about that. Cynthia, do you have anything we not gonna talk about? You not gonna talk about?
Mine is more like a man.
Hey, don't take my hosting job, bro. Hey, Cynthia, you got anything we not gonna talk?
Well, on that subject, I think you should with her like just stay there, just keep consistent. Because the thing is with busy bitches like or women, busy women, like they still there's gonna be that time of night. Like there's still a room in her life. It may not be like the main we out here, but there's room for a consistent. You know, somebody to hit up. So that could be you, man.
It was cool.
Hey.
So you just gave him encouragement to be penis on the side.
Did I say it like that? I thought I said it so nicely.
No, you said
You did say it nicely.
I thought I said it nicely.
But
Hey
I
man,
saw
sometimes
through
it's
it.
okay to be a side nigga. Sometimes you gotta
Well,
be.
if you decide to her career, that's not. You know what I mean? That's not bad. but-
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like, man, as long as you can dump off some knowledge, and when I mean dump off some knowledge, I mean it in every way. Dump it off. Dump off some knowledge and gain some knowledge.
Yeah.
And y'all can dump it off.
But yeah, so
That's even sexy in LA because usually people trying to find a come up.
Yeah.
And she letting you know, she's
I was like, that's cool. That's why I wasn't even mad at it because I done told girls that the same thing. So I can't even be. So.
Is it something you could say what she does, or is that kind of private?
She's in hospitality.
Oh, okay, okay,
So,
that's dope.
Yeah,
All
so yeah, that's what we're not gonna talk about. Moving on to some announcements.
Well, hold on.
Cry halfway through.
No,
this podcast.
no, he not. No, he not. Because that was a ploy to get all the girls to be like, "Oh, Rome, I'm be here for you." You see,
Why
like
it's got to be a ploy?
I don't know.
You profiling again for the third week in a row?
No, look at Rome cheeks. Look at the way they rising right now. He blushing and
I'm just
everything.
saying. I know nigga tactics, and they go deep.
I ain't never seen a dark skinned nigga blush.
I ain't take it like that. I thought it was.
A sincere moment with your friends.
No, it was. No, it
You trying to
was.
teach
It
a
was.
lesson, that you can meet women like that.
Because when I was
and be
younger, I probably
okay.
would have got upset. I probably like, man, you
go.
bullshit, man. But I get it now.
So
I
that
get
the
it.
people who send us emails can stop sending us emails about coming on stuff. You know
But
what I'm saying?
coming on stuff?
Yeah. Like we could get some stuff about the actual.
With some depth to it. You know what I'm saying?
But
All right, do we have emails?
Y'all
Speaking of
get
emails.
emails like that?
We
Speaking of
get
emails.
We get
I'm gonna
emails.
go to announcements, but fuck it.
Oh, no, let's do announcements. I'm sorry.
While you doing announcements, can I go to the bathroom?
Yeah,
Because
go
I
ahead,
too have
do
a
that.
small
All right, go
bladder.
ahead, Bad. Hey, Cynthia, we gonna get into you. Trust me.
Pause.
We gonna you get into your.
I'm so
I can't say that either. But anyway, so
you about to
announcements. Get your little sandwich. Always get your little sandwich. It's out. It's available. It's going to continue to be available. Find the links on our YouTube and
Unlimited.
Twitters and all that good stuff. We have a show November 12th at the Gramercy Theater. Doors open at 9:30. Show starts at 10:30.
In New York.
In New York at the Gramercy Theater. Please get your tickets now. Those are in all of our links. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube on the.
Ticketmaster.com.
You live in T. Dot, go
Hey,
to New York.
We're not using that mic. No, this is your last time using that mic.
Why? What's
I'm
going
just
on,
gonna-
man?
just
It's
gonna
the
let you know.
cord,
no,
man.
it's also the shotgun mic because it's not.
You want me to change it right now?
No, you ain't got to change it right now. But just if it pop a couple more times, I might
Well,
have
let me
you
just change it right now.
You want to
You
go
have
ahead
to
and
put him on the
change
spotlight
Yeah,
there, man.
Rome had been
Turn
hitting
that
on
lid,
down
man.
first.
it?
and
Yeah,
then
no, I'm
let
gonna
him
turn
switch.
that. Make sure we're. Oh God. Okay, yeah. Take that out. Go ahead. We'll try because that cord might not even work because it's got phantom power on. So yeah, sometimes you have mic difficulty, ladies and gentlemen. You just gotta work with it sometimes.
You gotta go through it.
But yeah, so the show in New York, also November 9th, 6 Guys, 1 Car web series drops.
Check.
Keep talking.
Does it drop? When does it drop?
Yeah, that sound beautiful right there.
Okay, I'm back.
All right, he back. It's November 9th. I'm guessing it's probably gonna be in the morning time when it comes out.
Well, stay tuned. We'll let you know when it comes out. But
6
November
episodes.
9th,
6 episodes. 6 Guys, 1 Car, season 2. Go support that.
Can I say, keep it, fans? Thank
Yeah.
you for supporting, because y'all, this is the move.
been a journey.
The thing that's going on that we're not letting people know enough of, that if this does well, this is what's going to get us the TV show.
Yeah.
And that's what y'all have to understand. If this does well, this is the thing we took away. How come we haven't shot as many skits before until now recently? Gotten back, we were working on this. And if it does well, we get the show. It'll officially be Them Boys Have a Show.
Yeah, the official be Them Boys Have a Show. We've been doing
let's
Them
do
Boys
it.
a Show campaign for a long time. So.
And we crushing records over there at Comedy Central.
Hey,
so
yeah.
y'all.
Thank you.
But we're not gonna talk about that.
No, we're going to talk about
we
that.
can talk
That's in
about
the announcements. Also, we just dropped a skit called You Gonna Shoot Me, featuring our beautiful co-host guest today.
Very special guest this morning.
Y'all don't have to call me beautiful. I mean, handsome.
Oh, sorry, Chaz.
No, Chaz, you're here all the time.
Yeah, but you said you wanted to welcome a beautiful. Yeah, I know.
That was you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Your hair is beautiful.
Oh,
but
yeah,
that's about
Yeah,
it.
we said
Phenomenal.
your hair was beautiful. We already said that.
Oh, okay. Oh, y'all talking about Cynthia?
Yeah.
You got some nice calves.
Yeah.
We're driving down the street, and I was like, who is that superhero walking down the street? It was Chaz.
Superhero. But I think
Chaz
that's-
went out for Supergirl.
I believe
but
that's
they
all
didn't.
the announcements. Can't think of it. Album coming soon.
They got an album?
Oh yeah.
That's our second one coming.
Number
I mean,
2.
you interviewed us for our first one. Remember that way back? We're going to talk about that, though.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
talk
I
about all
remember
that
that.
stuff. But
Ass on the internet.
There you
kind
go.
of ass on the internet. Let's look at some
Ass on the internet?
Ass on the email.
I tried ass on the email. We'll try that. Hopefully we got some. We're gonna answer some good questions today about some comedy, not about sex, because that's what we've been.
Cynthia, please help us answer these questions, because we always
Yeah.
got 6 guy opinions.
Yeah.
People ask for advice, or
Oh, yeah.
They ask
okay.
for all
You'd be
types
surprised what
of,
they asked for.
have you ever had anybody like come back and be like, that was terrible advice that you gave me?
We probably haven't read it.
Okay.
I'm gonna find
The questions be outlandish, so they can't say anything about the advice.
Hey man, don't call them outlandish. These are real people.
Okay, well, this says, my name is Russell. I'm currently a sophomore in high school. I've been a fan since I saw Straight Outta Dunwoody. I've been so lost on what to do with my life,
Ooh, I love it.
as in a future interest. I want to do well for my family and become a doctor so that I can provide for them and take care of them, because most of them old asses need some help. What? You ain't got to talk about your family like that.
You want to become a doctor, you said?
Hold on. However, I want to do something along the lines of being social media famous and making funny videos like y'all do. I'm asking y'all, what are some ways to start making videos and music, and can you give me some tips? P.S. Tay, how about them Tigers? Tay, tell them about them Tigers with that sports that you love so much.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I consistently and often watch sports, so I definitely know a lot about the Tigers. I don't know shit about the Tigers.
But yeah, so his question is, he wants to become social media famous and leave being, not be a doctor.
So
He's a doctor now.
I feel like his parents may
I think he wants to become one, maybe go to school for it.
Go to school for
But
it.
to provide for his parents.
Yeah.
But I think
But he didn't really say what he wanted to do.
But
he
see-
said he
Well,
wants to be social media famous.
And
Yeah,
make funny
yeah.
videos
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
But
and to make-
besides that, the beautiful thing about college, that's where you go to find yourself.
Yeah.
So you may not know now, but go to college, and 2 years in, you may find it.
That's what I would say. I would say like go to school, start being a doctor, but in the free. Would you have a lot of free time studying to become a doctor?
nah.
Probably
Your
not.
freshman year, you might.
Maybe you might have some
All the nurse schools
weekends.
out,
Sometime on the weekends, if every Saturday you like, I'm gonna film a video and put it out.
I'm
I would do that.
I'm gonna tell you like this. One of my degrees is in surgical tech, right?
I'm
And
gonna tell you like this.
and I was just surgical tech, and I specialized in the plastic surgery. And it depends on what you specialize in, because if you go on a cardiac team, which is a heart team, they on call all the time. If you want to be a doctor, you're not gonna have that much time. You can't.
I'm saying freshman year.
Wait.
But do you want to encourage somebody to turn out being a doctor to become social media famous?
Nope.
I don't want to get that advice.
The one thing we forgetting, the first thing he said was, I'm a sophomore in high school.
Yeah.
So he don't know. We don't. Nobody kind of knows what they really want to do. There's very few people who know what they want to do.
Oh,
So
well,
it's-
start now then.
It's fine.
For real, you
yeah,
got plenty of time.
You
And
got
he said
2
he's
years.
interested in making skits, so he's asking us and music and video. So
pursue that. If you don't be a doctor because you feel like it's going to help your family.
Yeah.
Do what you want to do, so you'll be happy, and then you'll find wealth in it. So if you want to do videos like us, just start.
Yeah.
Exactly. Someone asked me that. Someone stopped me on the street the other day and said, "Hey man, what's the secret?"
You just gotta start doing it.
Gotta do it.
I was like, just do it, bro.
Ain't no secret.
Ain't no secret.
But nah. Like, what's the game
But how I
plan?
get this money though? I'm like, see, you ain't in the right
you-
mindset.
yeah.
You in it for the wrong reason.
If you want to do it to be famous, you're not going. You know,
You gonna quit.
You gonna quit. You
You
gonna
gonna
Yeah.
quit
Yeah.
so fast.
Because honestly, you probably got to work just as hard as a doctor to become a doctor
Yeah.
to do this. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta
That's
work.
true.
True.
It's 365.
Find your passion.
So if this is something you want to do, then pursue it and figure it out. And we're giving you advice now. Just start and make sure it's what you want to do, and it represents you. Because at the end of the day, you want your fans to like you for you.
and make sure and use your skills. Make sure you find out what you're good at. You know, and
It might take some trial and error.
It's gonna take some trial and
but
error.
You'll figure it out.
And you in high school, man. You got
Oh, yeah.
whole summers to do
Yeah,
whatever the
man.
hell
Oh,
you
yeah.
want.
Trust me. High school is not
Unless
the
you
end of
got
the world,
2
man.
days.
You got a lot of time. I just found myself last year, bro. I'm 28. All right, so you got a lot of time, man.
real life.
And when I say find myself, I mean like really, really figuring out who I want to be and stuff. So don't worry about, just live life and make yourself happy.
Mike,
Get
you
money.
old. 28.
This next
Yeah,
question is, since you
Grown-ass
guys used to
man.
live in Atlanta,
Pass me that Hennessy.
why did you guys leave Atlanta? And is the city of Atlanta a good place to move to?
Where's she from?
Well, they didn't.
Well, she not talking to me right.
I mean, that
I'm
goes
a
back to the
habit,
first
yeah.
question. I mean, find what you want to do and go to a city that you think will help that.
If you're going to college,
Wait, that question is the reason why we left Atlanta?
All right.
Oh, I thought she's asking how we liked Atlanta.
No. She said, what was the reason, since you guys used to live in Atlanta, why did you leave? Why did you leave?
we left because the industry we in is located in Hollywood, Los Angeles, and if you want to do what we want to do, TV and films, this is the best place to go.
That's honestly, yeah. And we honestly, I think we felt like we worn out our welcome in Atlanta.
No, don't say that. Don't
No,
say
not
that.
worn out. But I'm saying, but we.
they chased us out of Atlanta.
No, don't say that.
Not worn out
Pitchforks
our welcome, but
and
no,
flame
it's kinda
torches.
like we've been there. We had been
Y'all
in
got
there.
warrants in Atlanta? I don't know
Yeah.
about like,
Here's the thing.
Hold on, let me finish my thought.
You're not
Okay,
welcome
okay.
here anymore.
Not worn out our welcome, but we have been there long enough, and it's time for a change. You got to shift. Like we was in the same position, and like Cam said, we had to move.
It was time for change.
It's time to change.
you gotta grow.
That's all I'm saying. But go ahead.
How about you, Cynthia? Did you where'd you move from?
From New York.
Okay, how was that?
It's going on 5 years now. It was cool. Like coming here, it was kind of a culture shock. I was surprised because I was like, it's still America, so it can't be that different.
still
But I came here and I was like, fuck, everybody acts so different.
In
It's
what
like
way?
the vibe are different. You know, I mean, you've been to New York. People on the West Coast, they're just different. They're kind of shallow.
They're liars. You're all liars.
You don't really know. Everybody kind of like flaky. You don't really know where you stand with people a lot of times. It's just a different vibe. People are more relaxed. They're not as like up and at them. So it's weird, but I've adjusted.
Yeah.
Found a
Would you
happy
say it's the
medium.
atmosphere?
What do you mean?
Like the vibe here is at first it's everything's far apart. There's always sun. People are always out. People are less inside thinking about things.
Right.
As far as New York, where you go to work and stuff, but when you're not doing that, you in the house, you
got
in
a
an
lot of-
apartment by yourself or whatever, in that small ass apartment by
Right.
yourself, because New York is so small.
Yeah.
I think LA is different than that because I think that, and there's some places, people are like social here, but I think a lot of people are kind of in their little, little things. Yeah, little bubbles. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people there.
Well,
I
that's
think
kind of
it's-
that's.
I don't know,
No,
man.
no,
LA
if
is
you
the
look at
land of
traffic,
distractions. Like
land
I
of
could go out
distractions.
every fucking night if I wanted to. I'm like, I have to start turning shit down because it's like there's too much going on. Everybody has a party.
Where?
Okay.
There's an event.
New York is like that
There's
too,
like
though.
a screening.
New York is
New
like
York
that
is like
because
that,
you
too.
New York
True.
doesn't sleep.
It does, but then like you,
LA
I
doesn't
grew
sleep
up
unless
there,
you
so
know
you're just kind of
somebody.
like, but out here and then it's like it's a celebrity aspect. Like you can get used to being around like friends and shit, but here it's like, dang, this person doing that, this person doing this, this person.
And then I
And
think
then you came here
Would
when
that
you
be-
were young too. 5 years ago, how old were you?
I was 18.
You were 18.
Ooh.
We came here much
And
older.
you still
Oh, yeah.
23.
Yeah, I just turned 23
and
like
you
a month
still
ago.
20.
And you still.
The way you phrased it. I was 18.
Yeah, I
and
meant to. You're still 23.
I just
Still
turned
23.
23. Yeah.
You know what I call that?
Huh.
Post-teen.
Post-teen?
Yep, 23 post-teen.
I'm learning a lot about life
Yeah,
right
oh, yeah.
now. These are learning years. I'm
yeah.
like, fuck, I don't
real
know
life.
shit. I'm
The
learning.
wonder years.
That ain't 20s. That's post-teen.
This last question is one of the. This is Cleon. My man Cleon said he.
Star Trek.
Cleon Gibbs Jr.
Sound like a black Star Trek.
Yeah.
Man, let's not roast our fan.
When they got
I'm
cut.
not trying to roast the. I'm not trying to roast the fan.
My
I'm
dog
just saying.
Cleon. No.
Leon, that's a sophisticated name.
Hey, you doing your thing,
Wear that
Cleon.
name with
Hey,
pride,
we
my
appreciate your
brother.
support.
Yeah.
But he said he was a little late to the Dormtainment movement.
Oh, well, then you were lame.
Hey, he just playing. But he said he made a trip from Raleigh to see our show at FSU on Tuesday.
Thank you, brother.
He said he got his money worth during the show. He said his question is, at shows at schools, when you have people start heckling you, because I got heckled for a quick second, about petty shit, like how much do you have to hold back from saying you only paid $2, sit your ass down and shut up? Or does it just roll off your back now? So I kind of want. Have you ever been heckled, Cynthia?
I haven't been heckled, no.
Okay.
I mean, I've done stand up where it's like you gotta tell people to be quiet, or you gotta
Okay.
kind of start getting your point across that you fucking are trying to perform. But I haven't been like booed or anything.
The
yet.
instance he's talking about, I had a section in the show where I went out. This was like the very top of the show. As soon as I got out there, I started my piece to the show, and some dude, I guess, up top, either one or two dudes was just like, boo. But then instantly I was like, oh, damn, that sounded like a broke nigga boo up there. And then the whole crowd was like, oh. And then I went on with my set. Then he tried to boo me again. And then it was just like, I don't know. It didn't bother me because I kept going. But a piece of me wanted to, like I told man, a piece of me wanted to just say, cut on the lights. Let's point to this nigga. Let's go at it. Like, let's not fight, but let's get our roast on if that's what you want to do. If you want to. But that was my first actually time getting
I don't remember
like that.
boost.
Yeah. Which
We
Y'all be getting booed at y'all shows. I say nothing like we had a good show. Y'all really get booed everywhere you
That
go.
was my first time ever getting heckled.
Yeah, it was just one. It was
That
just
one
one
time.
dude in the top of something. I don't know. He was probably bored or something. I don't know what it was.
we get digitally heckled.
Yeah, we do get.
Oh
we get
yeah.
digital
To me,
heckle.
that's worse.
A
'Cause
digital
it's
heckle.
like,
Digital heckle.
yo,
Nah.
Because it's
it's not
cemented
the 30
there.
people in the room. It's like this shit gonna stay up in the comments. Everybody
Damn,
gonna
a
see
digital
it.
heckle.
Yeah. And you know, the first thing people do is scroll down to the comments now, and they gonna be like, "Oh shit!"
Then that shit
like,
start
you know,
getting likes, and you be like,
What
oh,
gets likes? On
like a
what?
negative comment.
negative comment.
Comments
On
never
what?
bother me.
Instagram?
Oh no, I'm
Nah.
saying
Nah,
YouTube.
like on YouTube
or
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it don't bother me anymore. I just be like, whatever. You get so many good comments, and you get some bad ones. You just be
Exactly.
like, whatever.
Exactly.
I look at the like bar. That's the only thing I look. Honestly, comments never bother me. I laugh
Really?
at them. I be showing Rome
That shit
half
be
the
funny.
comments.
Yeah.
I, be,
I don't think I ever
laugh.
really had a comment hurt my feelings like to the core.
Yeah.
It's been some shit that made me be like, oh, I want to write you 5 paragraphs right now, but
you
never
don't
like
understand,
hurt
but
me
yeah.
at all.
I think the funniest one I heard recently, you told me, it's some dude.
He said, "It's official. Y'all fell off." I laughed. It was the funniest thing, man. It was the funniest
We
thing.
fell off. My fault, bro.
It's official. Like, says who? Like,
Some people
you?
be
to him,
waiting
to
for
him.
like they want to be the first to say they
Yeah,
fell
yeah,
off
yeah.
or they whack or but it's all good.
But,
But,
in their head, they have it. That's how. I mean, you lose and you gain all the time.
But yeah, so basically, I let it roll off. I mean, it don't bother me. That's pretty much the answer to that. So he also has a nice would you rather. So I'm gonna go right into the would you rather for the day. I got 2. That's it. First, would you rather? Would you rather be able to laugh, to never be able to laugh again, or never be able to fall in love again?
I'll never be able to fall in love
Ooh.
again.
That's tough.
Gotta laugh, man.
That is
Yeah.
tough.
I'll choose
fall
laugh.
in love
I'll never be able to laugh
with
again.
a significant other, right? Like not with
Yeah,
anybody,
just
like,
with a snip. Yeah,
I fall in love, but then I
again.
can't enjoy. Like you ain't
Ooh, that's
laughing with
tough.
them. Like it ain't gonna be enjoyable.
so you still get love. You still love your family and stuff.
I mean, I guess.
I
No, I
think
think
fall in
I
love
think it's
with a
significant
person.
other, not
Yeah,
family.
because they didn't say you can't love people,
Yeah, they
just
just
fall
said
in
you can't
love.
fall.
Fall in love. That's
Fall in
significant
love.
other.
That's probably not gonna happen for me anyway, so fuck it. I'd rather laugh.
Damn.
Well, if you say that,
I'm
then
just saying,
why you
like,
feel
out
like
here,
that?
cause out here, like, nah, it's just not. But
Why is
it's
it
cool.
not?
I've accepted. I've just accepted. It's not gonna happen in this industry.
Tell me
It's-
why.
It's not.
But you don't have to date in this industry though.
But you kind of do. Like I can't.
Nah, you don't.
But wait a minute. What is not happening?
Yeah, we got some
for you?
things to talk about.
Falling in love, like nah.
But you're not saying nothing.
You're young.
No, it's
still.
when you got
plenty
that
of
mind
time.
state, yeah. But when you open,
I mean, cause I feel like it's not worth it at the end of the day. Like catching feelings and like being open, like it's a distraction from
Yeah.
your career. It really is. It's a distraction.
Well,
a
also,
piece of it, yeah, it is.
It's,
Well,
always,
that's why.
it's always a sacrifice.
yeah, and we're in our 20s and stuff too. This is the years that we, cementing what we are gonna do in our.
When I did a red carpet, stop looking at me like that, Mike. When I did a red carpet and I asked Will Smith about like a relationship question, and he was like, at the end of the day, he's like, you're just always gonna have to make a choice. Like, what do you want more, your relationship or your career? He's like, something's gonna, have to be sacrificed. And I was like, yo, it's real shit.
But that's a man that's married.
Yeah, that is a man that's married.
And
That's
he
what
was
I'm
at his
saying.
movie premiere, but
That's what I'm saying. That don't make sense either.
but I'm sure like he sacrificed a lot.
Of course, everybody got to sacrifice. But
Yeah.
you know what Will Smith is best at?
What?
Being himself. And you know what
Yes.
Jada Pinkett Smith is best at?
What?
Being himself. You know what their kids are best at? Being themselves. And that's what they preach. So I
Very
know
true.
that's their core. But when you feel like you're finding these things, it's because you don't probably know what you want. So you
I
you
don't,
find
not
guys that
yet.
are
It's changing
distracting
every
you.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's what I say. You don't say you not. You got time. You young.
time.
Don't
You got
claim that.
plenty of
Yeah, don't
time.
claim. Don't put that in the
Maybe.
air.
Don't
Yeah.
put that
But
in
when,
the air.
when you're an ambitious person, though,
Yeah.
it does make it harder. But you gotta remember, like for me, I might not find love until 40. I'm cool with that though. Like I'm straight. Like why be so in a rush
But
to
it's a
find
little-
love right now? Like
Everybody's
enjoy
Because I
it.
have
Time is
ovaries,
Yeah, it's
so
a
it's
little different for
different.
women.
Exactly.
But that is true.
And she has a
Halle
time
Berry
clock.
had a
She
baby
has a
at
clock
40-something.
that's going
that's
off.
the
I don't need you
domestic
to point
I'm
that and put that on my
I
life.
pointed. I'm kind of pointing. I didn't mean to point at your ovaries.
In 10
I
years.
apologize, Cynthia, for pointing.
At your ovaries.
Cynthia's ovaries. Have a seat.
But you see what I'm saying? Like even like it's biological, but even teaching girls that you got a clock, go get it.
Nah, I don't feel like go get it. I feel like I'll be cool without it. Like I'm cool either way.
I
Okay.
think for you just focus on what you want to do. It
If
will
it
come.
happens,
Don't
it happens.
focus
I'm not
like
gonna be
I gotta
against
fall in
it,
love.
but-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm just realizing the last year there's like a lot of ain't worth it, ain't shit people that it's just kind of like.
But we also have to put in the industry that we're in. Like when I always say, you look at our friends, they getting married, they having kids. I just seen another one. Jared got married. I didn't
well,
know.
You've been with her since 11th
Yeah, but I'm
grade,
just
yeah.
saying they get married, they have kids, but the industry we in, we don't have the same. It's totally different.
Yeah.
Like
It is.
when you,
What's-
I don't want to say regular, but when you just usually go to college, get a job. Next thing after that,
Your life kind of
girlfriend.
moves at a faster
Yeah.
pace when you do this, and it's like it's hard to slow down.
But it depends on what side of the industry and what because there's a lot of married actors and are married to regular people.
Happy.
And that are happy.
I don't know how
So-
people marry people who do what they do. It's too close.
So-
I mean, if they just have an understanding, like, hey, that's your job.
gotta-
You gonna
You gotta
you
understand,
gonna
y'all
suck
don't
'em-
own each other. First of
Oh,
all,
yeah.
y'all don't own each other. So like, I love you, you love me. We want to have kids and stuff.
All right,
but
now
we
get the
got
fuck
separate
on.
careers and lives too at the same time. So
So,
Yeah.
so you
That's
would
what I
pick which one? The never laugh or never love?
I gotta laugh.
Gotta
So
laugh,
you
man.
pick laugh. You said you would pick you never. You pick never laugh again.
I would never laugh again.
never laugh.
To fall in love?
Yeah,
I'm
probably.
gonna fall in love
I
40,
probably would-
40
I'm
50
with-
times in my lifetime.
Yeah, I
I
probably
wanna-
never
I wanna
laugh.
But
experience
imagine
all of
falling
it.
in love and then like y'all never laughing together. Y'all not having
But
fun.
but it's not just. I mean, laughing. Listen, I tell my female friends this all the time. In relationships, as a man, I have weapons. I can make you laugh. I can cook. I'm ambitious. I have a company. These are my weapons. These are like my stunts. But deep down, at the end of the day, we strip all these away. When I'm just chilling at the crib, what I really just want to do, I just want to sit there and talk. I want to talk
But
shit.
you don't want to laugh?
But we don't have to. We laugh as that's one of the weapons that I can bring to the relationship because it's automatic. But if you take that away, I still have that stuff that we exchange, that knowledge, that conversation, how we think about the world, how we have a perspective that's the same. To me, that's love, right? So that's what I would have, and I would rather keep that than just laughing. To me,
And
is
see, that's
for-
cool,
for
but
me-
you're not gonna have those deep conversations every day. Most of the time,
Yes,
it's
I will.
gonna be
Yes, I will.
every
Yes, I
day.
will.
All
You
you
can.
don't
my thing
like.
about those deep conversations,
Yeah.
though, is that the big thing about life is that you want to be happy. That's everybody's goal. You want to be happy,
Yeah.
and a big part of happiness is laughter.
But he ain't saying
Enjoyment.
anything about
You're
being
taking a
happy.
part of, like
Cut-
love
cut.
is one
Wait a
person.
minute, wait a
Laugh,
minute,
I can
wait a
do
minute, man.
everybody.
You know the monks, right? They don't speak or laugh, but they're not happy. They are amazingly happy. They are happy.
You
I
think
don't
monks
think
laugh?
no
monks are
ain't.
happy.
Monks laugh though.
Yeah, they be
No, when they take
laugh.
silent treatments, they don't laugh.
No, monks laugh. Mike.
When they take silent treatment,
No,
when they're in
sometimes
there.
they might go on. They might go on
Yeah.
a quest. to
That's
be-
what I'm saying. But they're in that time. They're happy. They're finding themselves. Is that you don't have to. Laughing is a part of. Laughing is like saying I have a car.
But
Like,
then
yeah,
they
I laugh, but I
sacrifice
got a
love
whip.
though, because then they be alone. There's up there.
Laughing
They
is a
sacrifice
part-
love.
To me,
They're sacrificing
laughing
love.
is a big part of love.
But no,
and if you take
see,
that away, it's like
Because
no, I'm probably with Mike. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna pick the love because
But it said that you.
on a spiritual level, that's love. Like
Love is what-
the center
what-
But
of
it said
fuels
that you
the
can still
world.
love somebody. I feel
No,
like
no.
loving somebody and falling in love is two different
exactly.
things.
No. Falling in love does not
Falling in
fuel
love.
the world. No.
No, I'm saying-
laughter. I would say laughter more
Love
than
fuels
anything
the world.
fuels
Yeah.
than that.
No, because you can't recreate with laughter.
I don't know,
doesn't
man.
recreate.
Love brings a lot of
recreates.
negative feelings too.
When you in
It
love
does.
with someone
Love.
and you
It
have
does.
sex with them and you make a baby out of love, that's recreation. That's a spiritual
you can
child.
make a baby without love, though.
Like without falling in love with the person.
But if you're taking that away, that's not creating.
fact, you
That's
might-
not creating a child out of love, and that's not beautiful to the world, and that's not what this world's about. So when you do that, you're not doing what the world wants you to do. You see what I'm saying? But laughing, you can take that away and still have life.
No.
People-
People
the
get
way-
a lot
the
of
way I-
depressed.
The way I
People
grew
go on
up.
silent retreats and don't talk
Yeah.
for months and still be happy.
See, but the way I grew up with my family and stuff, I was actually noticing it. I was talking to my brother and my sister. We speak for about 30 minutes, and all we do is tell jokes. We don't talk about shit.
Right.
But I mean, sometimes we talk. I mean, we go into very deep conversation for about like 3 minutes, and then we just rank on each other for
Right.
about 20. That's love to me. Laughter
no, it
But
is
you
is
know what I'm
love to
saying?
me.
And that's your a way of love. And I'm not saying that's wrong or right, but
Right.
that might not be the best way. Because if I asked you about like your brother's like habits or traits or what he loves to do or what he hates or what he's fearing in this world, you might not be able to tell me that because all you know is we used to joan on each
Oh no,
other.
I know that.
that's
But I know
different,
that
though.
because
But that's
he's telling me
different,
his
though.
truth.
You
through
still gonna
laughter.
have that love though. We talking about falling in love.
Falling
so a
in love.
significant other.
And that's what I'm saying.
not
When I
family.
fall
You
in
still
love
gonna
with a
have that.
significant other, the way that we communicate and show love is through laughter.
And I
If I
agree.
can laugh at the same shit with you, I'm going to we're going
I feel
to
like that's a
that's
very
That's
love.
a
boring
big
life
part,
without
man.
laughter, man.
Yeah,
But see what I'm
it's
saying?
tough.
That's like saying I like Drake too.
What do you mean?
Saying that we laugh at the same things.
Okay.
What do you laugh
Okay,
at?
okay.
What do you laugh at? What
I
what's one of your favorite
like
cartoons?
I like YouTube poops.
Okay, YouTube. How many views that get?
That shit it gets about 3 million on a
There's
very
3
good
million
one.
other people who laugh at the same thing. You just met one of them.
And I fall in love with each one.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So that doesn't mean that just because I fall in love with one of these people who laugh at the same thing that they're the one for me.
But you see what I'm saying?
Because you didn't get to, you're still not getting to know them. You just get to know the content they like.
Okay,
But
think
you-
about
that's
this.
not-
Think
but
about
that's- let me get
this.
this off.
But
Let me
that's
get
not.
this off.
But that's not. I could. But without consuming content, we can have a conversation
About that content? About something that's
about the world, about anything.
Okay, that's
and
cool,
laughter to me, comedy to me is truth. And if your truth is the same as my truth,
That's
then
what
we
connects.
share,
We
and
have a
that's
and
a
that's
soul
cool that
connection to me.
that's a good perspective that you have, and that's what you bring from it. But you see
Right.
what I'm saying? Just because me and someone relate to something doesn't mean we supposed to be together. You see
True.
what I'm saying? Because
That's true,
it's
too.
deeper than that.
That's
what I'm
true,
saying. Relatability. I like Hennessy. You like Hennessy, Cynthia. We should be together.
Yes.
No, it's deeper than I need to get to know. You know what I'm saying? I need to get to know you past that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So these are all like, comedy is deeper than Hennessy, but still comedy. There's still a level past that. That's like I gotta get.
But this is the
And
thing.
Hennessy gets to the comedy
But I don't
pretty
know,
fast.
like,
But you
if
also
if a guy can make you laugh when you really, really down about some shit or you really whatever,
know.
like that shit can
Yeah.
make you fall in love.
But
That
there's
shit,
niggas
like,
who make you laugh
But look.
who have dogged you out.
yeah, very
Another
man.
thing is though,
But
think about this. All the letters we get about depressed people,
Yeah.
all the people we help through laughter. I just got one last night. This girl
Yeah,
that's come
yeah.
to our show said, "I'm coming." I'm coming. I hope I don't cry. I said, "Why?" She like, "Y'all helped me through my depression."
beautiful.
I thought she meant laughter and like
Yeah.
we gonna make her cry from laughter. She's like,
Right.
"You helped me through my." So you take away laughter. Like everyone's different. You may choose that, but like. When people choose laughter, it's a big issue for a
Go ahead,
lot of
Joey.
people.
And that's me saying that I don't know which one is right.
Yeah, I still don't know.
And
I'm a little. I thought I picked love, but when I really think about it, I'm on the fence.
I'm just saying,
But
if we're picking falling
Yeah,
in
yeah.
love, you fall in love with one person. Maybe one person at a time. No, fall in love.
Fall in
Now,
love.
I'm not talking about loving
Yeah,
other
yeah, yeah.
people. But I can laugh with millions if I want to. You said 3 million people watch that poop thing. That's 3 million people you can connect with. Whatever the fuck. But you could connect with those people. I can only fall in love with possibly one person, or unless I get rid of that person, fall in love with another.
not true
you can
either.
fall in
You
love
gonna
with
laugh
multiple
more
people
than
at
you
the
fall
same
in
time.
love in a
But I'm saying
lifetime.
it's still very limited. In my lifetime, I'm gonna laugh with
Way
a lot
more.
people. I'm
But
gonna
what- that-
enjoy
what-
myself with a
was
lot
that the
more. I could be
question?
celibate.
But it was just
That
which
was
it was
the
which
question.
one.
It was
Yeah.
falling in love with.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
be way more careful with who you fall in love with versus who you laugh with.
I don't want to go around my whole life searching for love. Like this one person I got love now, or several, and I'm not laughing. I want to enjoy myself.
Look how much
I
fun
could be
we
celibate
have.
the rest of my
But then-
life if
you
I
see what I'm
really,
saying?
really put my mind to it.
Damn,
Like,
I don't know about
really
that.
put
All
my-
It's
that.
not,
Like,
but that's not love. What does that have to do with love? What does sex have to do with love?
Falling in love.
That's a Trey Songz
Falling in
song.
love.
That's a
What?
weapon
Like you
too.
said,
That's
Sex
a weapon.
ain't better than love.
Producing all that stuff, I can go without that. If I really, really wanted to, I could go without that. If I could still laugh though, I'm good. I would rather laugh.
But okay,
That's choosing. That to me, that's choosing one of your weapons. I rather just. But to me, love is what heals, and love. Like we say we heal people
Not
through
love, falling in love.
Falling in
It's
love.
two
Because we still going to have
Read
love.
the question again.
No, that's what
what
it is.
I- read the
Falling-
question again. Let me see the question again. Open the computer.
I'm telling you what it. I know what it
Open the
is.
computer. Let
It
me
was
read the question
falling-
again.
We still going to have love. That's why I said what he was saying with his family doesn't matter
Yeah,
in
it
this.
doesn't
Because
matter.
he's still going to have that.
I
It's
just keep
falling
thinking about
in
what you
love.
said. Now I'm like, dang. Okay, so if it was having sex or laughing, like,
You're going to laugh way more than you have sex.
Oh yeah.
But it didn't even say that though. You can still have sex and laugh. It's falling in love.
You ever laughed during
Falling
sex?
in love.
Have you
Chaz,
ever
what you
laughed during
think?
sex?
Actually, yes, I have.
Chaz, what you
And
think?
it was great.
I mean, I'm going with love.
You gonna go to love?
You want so you want one you want to love.
here's the thing. It's saying, would you rather never be able to laugh again? You, just you. Not saying you can't spread laughter, but would you not be able to laugh again? Like,
But
No, that's what I'm saying. What would make my life lush is that make my life happy is to laugh. Like I can't imagine my life without laughter. I would be a depressed.
I can.
Look at something and be like, that's funny as fuck, but you ain't You go, oh shit, I saw something funny today.
Well, when we do a lot of comedy, it gets like that. And it gets sometimes we just look at
You
it.
still be happy about it. You be like, y'all saw the funniest thing today.
I saw the funniest
You don't
thing
have to be
today.
like, "How y'all saw it?" But
It was-
you laugh because it's a natural, it's a reaction.
Right.
Just like
Where
when
your mic
someone
at?
punch you, you punch back. Just like when someone punch you punch back. Don't mean you're supposed to.
Well, you don't get knocked out.
Yeah.
But either way, you can take a punch and be like, yo, I don't respect that, and talk to them. But I'm saying, if you see something funny, you don't have to laugh, but you react. But you can see something funny and just be like, that's funny, and still be happy about it. So laughing, that's what is a physical act. So
I
I'd
think
rather.
laughing is like having a sense of humor and the ability to think things are funny, not the actual action of laughing. I mean, if we
Is
could
that what
just,
they meant?
Exactly.
if it's just
Yes,
the
that's what he
noise,
said.
like I don't like my laugh anyways. Y'all can keep the noise. That's fine.
Yeah,
Like,
I thought the
no, I meant
ability
the
to
feeling,
laugh,
the
not
feeling
just
of
feeling
when
of
you laugh
laughter.
at something
Yeah,
like
I thought
that. Feeling
the
is
ability to
amazing.
laugh, to be laughing.
Like I hear you laughing in your room, and I start
Oh, yeah.
laughing sometimes. I'm like,
He
the
said, "Oh, yeah."
feeling is it's contagious.
To take that
Yeah.
away,
It's
like
one
to
of my
take that
weapons.
away from the world. A lot of people that was
and I
terrible.
give it away for love, and that's my final answer.
I don't even need to go to my other would you
I'll
rather.
give it away.
Everybody, Cynthia just pulled out some candy and she's not
she's
sharing.
not
See, it would be
It's not
terrible if you never fell in love.
and
after
that's
that.
why she's not falling in love.
Yeah,
to not
share.
not to have laughter and then not to fall in love. That would be terrible.
I just
Yeah,
even
give me the
falling in love with
laughter,
somebody
man.
And not being able to laugh with that person is like,
I can't imagine.
I can't. I gotta be able to laugh at that person.
Hey, I
So-
got deeper roots than that though.
So
But we all do, but that's a big part of
y'all have y'all
laughter
ever
too.
like went on a date with a girl who doesn't get your sense of humor?
Yes.
yes, and that's the worst thing.
The worst
yeah, that's right.
fucking thing.
But
That's not good.
I've been in a relationship before with a girl that necessarily didn't get my sense of
Right.
humor, but I still was in love with her.
Right. See what I'm saying?
That's true. Because everybody has a different sense of humor.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
You
just
don't
a
know, you
weapon.
gotta
It's just a
laugh.
relatability. They
No,
don't
I'm
like
not
the
saying
same
we didn't laugh,
shows.
but You
Okay.
asked the question if you've been with a person.
But they
that
said
don't get-
never. You know
No,
what
I'm
I'm saying?
answering her question. She asked if you've been in a relationship with somebody that necessarily don't get your humor. And I said, yeah.
I think
But I still been in love.
that shit makes it extra funny for me because
Oh.
No, go ahead.
I was say
Go
the
ahead.
best way to end this is y'all comment under the SoundCloud. Y'all tell us, are you gonna choose laughter or falling in love? Not love, falling in love.
Yeah. So I don't even need to go to my other. Would
That
you
was the
rather,
best would you
'cause-
rather ever, I guess.
so I
'Cause we
leave
went
that.
in.
I leave that where it's at.
I'm surprised. I thought everybody would be like,
No, I do. I'm still on.
I'm with you,
I'm
man.
still on the
I
fence.
can't
gotta-
imagine
I
my
gotta-
life.
I'm still
Not
on
me.
the fence. But
And think about me, like how much I find everything funny for the most part. So just to take that away, now I just gotta.
and see, I'm more into like, I'm in my head all the time thinking
Yeah.
about shit and all that. But to take away me like that, then I'm not gonna kill myself. 'Cause life's boring.
But you still thinking that you've taken away the physical act of laughter, but you can still find humor within yourself and be.
No, that's
You putting that on there? That ain't the question. Is no laughter, all that.
He said laugh.
yo, niggas
He
is
said
turned
you
up in
can't
here,
laugh.
but it's fun.
it's
But see,
humor, laughter,
to
all
me,
that.
to me,
He didn't say that,
to me,
though.
that like having a sense of humor but not being able to laugh, that's like having sex and not being able to come.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Because
makes
you
sense.
can't do the physical act, you can't do that release.
Yeah.
You can't do that release
The
of
comedy
that.
starts with your mind first. So you
Comedy-
see something that's funny,
comedy
and then
starts
you
with
go
my
ha. Then you go ha. So you can
Right.
see something say it's funny and not go ha. You see what I'm saying?
No,
So
I see
so you
that.
did not
I
laugh.
think we're getting. See, and that's why.
Because that's a little technical. That's getting a little technical.
Yeah, he's not meaning the
Yeah, he's
sound
But
of
that's
it.
what laughing is. If he meant you can't find humor in anything, then that's a different story. That's
I
a
think
whole
that's
different
what I took it
question.
as.
But that's
That's
what
what I
he
took it
said.
as,
That's
yeah.
what he
But
means
you just
it
said
as.
you think that's the question. You see what I'm saying?
No, that's
not
what he
the
means.
question.
That's what he means it
That's what he
as.
But you see what I'm saying? You say you think. No, he said laugh.
Yeah, but he know you know what he
Well, then
means.
let's change it to what we're saying. Okay, if you said the way, fine. You know,
Still choosing love.
Then
Either way.
Wait. You saying you not have a sense of humor at all?
Still choosing love.
no. I said if he's saying it his way, that just the act of laughing.
Okay.
Like, I can still laugh in my mind and feel the laughter. I guess. I
Yeah,
don't
then you
know.
gotta choose
Then
love.
fine,
Yeah.
I'll take
Yeah.
love all day. Of course.
Nah, I still gotta
Of
laugh.
I don't have to burst out, but I'm talking about
still gotta
feeling
laugh.
humor.
You gotta feel that whole feeling.
Then I don't
Well,
Niggas about to scrap
hey,
over
no.
this.
Hey, that
Hey,
was
love
really
or
good.
laughter?
That was good.
No, nigga, I'd rather
That's
love, nigga.
good.
That's not even true because me and
Yeah.
Emmanuel have these conversations all the time, and that's how me and Emmanuel grow.
Oh, I
honestly,
understand.
me and
Yeah.
Emmanuel we grow out there because we
Yeah.
talk like this, and that's how people grow. So don't even think of it as scrapping. Think of it as niggas competing with each other.
Yeah, no, we know, man. We
Just had to
all
throw a joke for the
Challenging each other
podcast.
intellectually.
Yeah,
Exactly. When you watched, you seen the Martin Luther King movie Salem that came out. There was a scene that I found so powerful, even though I didn't really fuck the whole movie. But there's a scene that was so powerful with like six of the Martin Luther King and his boys just talking about what they about to do next.
Turn
and
up.
it just reminded me of us when we be here arguing about the comedy. And it's like, yo, these niggas are delegating, like they trying to figure it out. Nah, that's not good because of this, and they argue, and it's like they did all of this just to have everybody united.
Exactly.
That is well. What you got?
I was just gonna make sounds.
Okay, but I was gonna say that's a good segue to Cynthia real quick.
She was in Salem.
I want to no. I want to
Oh,
ask
just
you.
an extra?
I want to ask you like,
Yes.
is it? Do you find it hard creating with other people, with other women, or with
Oh.
other?
Let's see. Interesting question.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've had. There's people. It's like I like creating with other people. I like writing with other people because I think it's more interesting than just like sitting in a room by yourself trying to bounce ideas through your own mind. It can get like it can make you go crazy. But at the same time, when you see a vision and you see it a certain way, and somebody coming in and be like, I think it should be this, and you genuinely don't believe that's better than your idea, I have a hard time letting that go. So I'll sit there and be like, all right, we're gonna talk about it for an hour. But like, here's all the like, I'm not gonna let it go because I just don't think that's a better way.
Right.
And then sometimes, somebody comes up with a better idea or another way, and it's like, okay, that makes sense. It's interesting working with all girls. We did like the Kelly's project.
Yeah.
Which was a cool web series, and we all wrote it together and came up with ideas together. And it's an interesting process because we're all very strong personalities. We're all from the East Coast, so we can be really loud.
Okay.
And
I heard y'all a couple of times.
it really did. It got to the point where we were like, we got into an argument, and we was like, we don't know if we want to do this anymore. And we had to be like, what would guys do? Like, would guys let this pettiness? We was like, what would they do? Like,
we fight to the death, and then
would
we
they
come
be
back to
petty?
life.
Would they be like, well, I'm not answering your phone call. I'm
no,
unfollowing
we don't
you
do
on
that.
Twitter, like this and that? Or would they just be like, fuck it? Like,
Some
we gotta
guys-
do.
Well, we
funny.
live together, so I come knock on the door if you don't want to answer.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta just. That's how we looked at it. And
What
that's
would guys do? That's interesting.
That's cool. That's cool.
What is it?
GD.
What would Jesus do?
GD.
No, that's a good saying for you guys. You should take that. You should
What
put
would
that into
guys
Kelly's
do?
next
It's
season.
very, very true. Because it's like you guys have a way to get over things quickly, not hold grudges, and find a way to still creatively click with everybody's idea in it. There's no girl games. There's no pettiness. Like, I'm above all that. I don't got time for that. There's real business deals on the line. Like, I don't got time for pettiness. So just think of it like that.
I know you said when you first came out here, you said you wanted to host.
Yeah.
You wanted to host. Now that you started writing something, are you liking that more as well, or are you kind of?
I don't know. I like writing and I like acting. It's weird. I went in for this hosting job and I ended up kind of rewriting their scripts. And it was like, we love it. Can you just do our script? I was like,
I guess.
yeah, okay. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, it's hard, like when you're used to, you guys know, like when you're used to doing YouTube, you're used to doing your own videos. It's like, this is your voice in comedy. This is your creative vision of what you want. And so to go in and kind of be like, this is somebody else's, and you're like, you get it, and you can compliment it, but you still want to bring your own flavor. You're used to being in charge of what you put out.
Right.
So it's hard. But like, you can't go to these big executives and these people and be like, but I've been doing
Yeah.
this online. Like, I kind of know what
Right.
I'm talking about. So it's interesting, but I like acting and writing now. It's
That's
fun.
I must say your improv game is really good.
Hey,
your
thanks,
improv
man.
game is really good.
Appreciate
you
it.
and Chaz bounced off each other like
That was fun. That was a fun
Very-
sketch.
I always,
good.
I always tell them you remind me of someone. I'm pretty sure someone told you before.
Oh, she
but
gets
you,
it all the
ask
time.
her.
It don't say Gina.
That's exactly what it is.
Just don't say
when,
Gina.
when I look at it like this. When I look at Gina, she has made me laugh way more than most female comedians
Right.
that do it professionally. And she's just an actress.
Mm-hmm.
And she, like, her roles she had since the early days have been amazing. Like, that's an amazing person
Yeah.
to follow in their
I mean,
footsteps.
I don't take it as
but-
an insult. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I don't see the similarities like as much as everybody else does, but I think I end up playing that girlfriend character a lot,
Right.
and which isn't a bad thing. I think it's just kind of falls into my brand.
Can I ask you something?
Talk to him.
All right, so you're very good at playing a certain type of girlfriend, and it's usually a mad, insecure girlfriend.
Right.
Where does that come from?
Great way to ask.
You know, somebody tweeted me that today. They was like, either you're a really good actress or that's how you really are. I think it's a mixture of both. To me, like, to be a good actor or a writer or a comedian, you have to be very observant.
Yeah.
And you don't understand. I've had countless conversations with females about all of their insecurities, about what they think their guy's doing this, about what they think about this or that, as well as dealing with my own. But then I have the flip side to it when guys are on a completely different fucking level, and it's like, yo, I don't know why she tripping over this, yo, I don't know why she tripping off of that. So then I'm in between the two, and I can kind of see, like, yo, we over exaggerate things and we can push guys' buttons. And this, like, if I say this, like, guys have dealt with this from girls before. Like, we know how to push buttons, we know how to be super insecure, and guys just are not on that wavelength. So I feel like by playing into kind of things that guys have had to deal with, they'll laugh, because it's a mostly male audience on YouTube. So I'm like, I'm creating this person that guys see women as, when we're really like, so who was that chick like you followed? And we just want some confirmation, and we want to know.
Damn, my girl be doing that.
Y'all see us, right? Y'all see us as a girl in a zombie apocalypse. Like, where's your phone? Let me see your phone right now.
She would ask for the phone during that
Right,
time.
exactly.
I knew it, man.
So I'm not just super insecure. So it's a little more strategy to it.
okay.
But yeah, that's kind of how I look at it.
That's cool.
And I do have to reiterate what Ron said. It was real easy to work with you.
Thank
'Cause when
you.
we was up there practicing, and then when we came downstairs, he was like, okay, what about this? I say that. I was like, listen, just go. I'm a bouncer. So I said, I'm
Yeah.
kind of good at just bouncing off.
Right.
So I was like, just do whatever.
Yeah, and that's what I like about
Yeah.
YouTube sketches. Like, even yours, like, you write it, but then, you know, with the one that you came and did for the vampire sketch I
Yeah.
did, it's like you write it, but then everybody's gonna bring their own flavor to
Yeah,
it,
right.
and those are the people that I like. So if I go on somebody's set, I'm like, all right, here's your vision, I understand it. Like, let me try to bring something to it. Let me try to, you know, put my own little flavor or own personality, like, on it. Because when people come to my set and do that, I'm like, yo, thank you. Like, yeah, like, bring it.
Give
Like,
me more than what I asked for.
Right.
It's like, to me, I compare it to when you come to someone's house and you bring gifts. It's like, dang, you ain't have to bring a gift, but
Like,
dang,
you
that's
just-
just like,
yeah.
yeah.
Because to me,
I think Mike's trying to hint. So
next time you come,
Bring some Hennessy, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm playing.
Has there ever been something where it's like you see the script and you're like, I can't play this, or I'm not going to be good at this, or are you just going to try to find your own way to do it?
yeah, there's never, because it's like it's with acting, so it's kind of like it's not something with hosting. I'm like, I don't want to say this, I don't feel that way, I'm gonna change it like this, because it's your personality and it's your
Right.
brand, and people see, like, if you're just sitting on a set, like what you guys say in this podcast, they see it as this.
Yeah.
And so if you say something, you can't get away with it.
Right.
But if you put it in a sketch, it's like you're playing a character. So for me, like, I'll play any character, I'll try, you know what I mean? I've had people send me stuff that I don't think is funny, and I'll just be like, nah, like, I'm busy that day, like, I can't, you know what I mean? Like, nah, I don't want to,
So you
I
don't
see
think you
that.
can salvage it if you just leave it alone?
I mean, well, some people be like, I wrote this script, and they send it to you, and it's just like in the body of the email pasted. Like, Cynthia says, then they say it. I'm like, yo, that's not a real script. Like, I can't do this.
What?
You sent beats.
What do you when you are feeling uninspired? What do you go to get inspired?
When I'm feeling uninspired, I just stop talking to people. I kind of go ghost. I stop, like,
Stop talking to people.
I stop talking to people.
Okay.
I stop, like, answering phone calls or text messages. People can take your fucking energy, yo. Like, people
Yeah,
can,
that they do.
They could take your creative juice, and it's just like, I'm so tired from talking to people all day. Like, fuck. So sometimes I just gotta spend time by myself. I watch Netflix. I listen to music and just be by myself. And then, you'll start to get your
nights.
energy back and be like, oh, the world's not that bad. And you look at things and you go through things, but don't let people take your energy.
I definitely agree with you on that. It was a time where I was like, I didn't even want to talk to them. Like, it was just, I just felt, because, everybody see us, on the videos.
Right.
And when they meet us, they want us to be joking around. It's like, I need time to recharge. Like, this ain't us 24/7. Like,
No.
I mean, don't get us wrong. I mean, what you see is, a good percentage.
It's a part of us.
Yeah. But at times, it's just like, hey.
It's weird because it's like the guy said, if you was a doctor, you have a time you clock in, you clock out. You go home, you don't got to deliver a baby. But with this career, it's like you may have to be on at any moment. You can go to a party and see somebody you have to network with, and you got to be on. You got to be like, this person, Cynthia Lucia, who does this? And I can't just be at a party. I can't just chill. It's like you don't really have hours for this. It's just a 24/7 thing.
Do you think it's harder for women to make it in comedy versus men, or like versus regular actresses and regular dramas or anything? Is it harder to make it in comedy versus like drama or anything, you think?
Like, I think it's harder, people always say like women aren't funny, and like I think that's going away because you have seen a lot more female comedians step into the thing. But I think it's more of what I was talking about earlier, like who are the consumers of comedy? It's mostly male consumers. And so when guys listen to girls talk, it's like you kind of have to understand what guys think is funny. And so you can have the female perspective of like, I am this girlfriend, or I am this, or I am that, but you have to understand how guys see girls and how girls see themselves and kind of understand the dynamic of it. Because if you just a girl just talking, guys just gonna be looking at you like, what the fuck you talking about? Like, what? So I think it's understanding kind of like who the consumer is, the same way it is for the analytics on your YouTube. Who is your channel? If y'all sit there and do a makeover thing on your channel, it's not gonna fucking work. So you gotta know who your consumer is. And for comedy, like the people who watch stand-up specials, the people who go to shows, like, they'll go with their chicks, there'll be people there, but I think girls actually are more of a threat because we can not only reach girls, but we have a chance to reach guys, and a lot of girls don't see what guys say is funny, or they're like, we can get a bad rap, we're always a this type of chick, or we're always that type of person. And with me, it's like, if with my writing, I have a chance to make it where it's like, nah, we can make fun of the guys for this, we can make fun of the guys for that, but understand like their insecurities and how guys see themselves in relationships or dating or talking to girls and play on that. So that's how I look at it.
I hope that all female Ghostbusters is amazing.
No.
I'm
excited. I think that
See
shit
that.
gonna be
I hope they
cool.
kill
so.
it, man, because that's an all-star cast. All of them are funny. And, so.
I think it's interesting that they did it instead of just doing a reboot and just like trying to remake it. At least they like, it's like, you know what, we're gonna put another twist on it. Like, so we all girls. It's like, we'll see how it is. I mean, what do you guys think about girls being funny?
I think I've always, like you said, like I've always saw Tisha Campbell as really, really being like really funny. I think certain people who are highlighted, I just feel like there's certain types of comedy. Like I went to go see Issa Rae and two other women at I think some place, and Issa Rae was hilarious because she just told a personal story from her girl's point of view.
That's South by Southwest.
Yeah. I kind of didn't want to say it because I didn't want to like shit on the other two girls.
They don't know what year I went.
Oh yeah, I don't know yet.
It's on our Instagram.
But but the other two girls, like, they weren't not funny, but they were more like just gross. And it was like, this isn't funny. This is just you talking about the nastiest shit you can and just trying to get that shock. And it's not
Talking about dick.
It was more than dick. It was more than dick.
There's more than dick.
I think what happened.
And it's just like those. Like, I think girls are funny. I know a lot of funny girls. Like, my sister is the funniest person that I know, and but it's just about.
What you trying to say, bro?
Well, my sister is hilarious.
Wow.
Like she pointed to her hair because she shaved her hair off. She said that she has the hair of the first human. And she said it's straight Africa. And I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, that was the funniest thing I heard that week. But yeah, but it's just about what's highlighted, I think. You know what I mean? Like, so it's good to see people like who come at it strategically and authentically, and to see them rise and give people what they actually want, which is to laugh.
Yeah.
When I was younger, honestly, I ain't find women funny, and I didn't want to see them in action. But it's honestly, I was
You mean action movies?
like action roles,
Yeah,
action
yeah.
stuff like that. I was just like, I just, for some reason, it wasn't believable.
'Cause they always
I
throw
was being very narrow-minded.
Because they always make them throw girly ass punches.
Girly punches. I I want to see just niggas scrap.
Yeah, scrap real quick.
And then, you know, in the comedy, I wasn't seeing a lot of it outside of like TV shows. Of course, Gina was funny. Of course, Hillary was funny and those acting and stuff.
Bam.
But just as far as stand up, I just wasn't into it.
Yeah, for you.
But then it took me getting older to realize and understand in this industry that some of the roles aren't written well for them.
Yeah.
It's not, you know, some of those. The talent is not being displayed the same, and the different varieties of them. They'll go back to the same old stand-up artists that have been doing for so long that might not touch our generation the same way as you have. When I watch you, I'm like, damn, this is. If I was younger, this would be. Yeah, I mean, even now, but when I was back then, I would have been like, this is a perfect representation of a funny female from my generation. So.
I think my only beef with female comedians was subject matter. Usually when I watch them, at least the black female, it'll be dick jokes. Every time, just dick jokes.
I was taking a dick like this.
Yeah, just be
and then
dick
you're
jokes the whole
taking
time. I'm
a
like,
dick
okay, I
like
want to hear
that.
something else. Like, you can do
Right.
your dick jokes,
Black
but do something
female
else.
comedians and white guys have
Some
dick
yeah.
Dick humor.
I can say, I think there was a time when dick jokes became like those type of jokes, especially like Monique era, when she was popping, when that hardcore
Yeah,
female
Yeah.
comedy came in, and it was like, I feel like that plagued everybody looking up and was like, oh, that's what's hot for females right now.
Yeah.
So a lot of people looking up to that started doing that, and it just became a flood of it. Just like with male comedians, there's stuff that we follow sometimes, and everybody starts doing the same
Right.
type of Vine skit or Instagram skit or whatever. But I feel like there was a time when everybody started doing the hardcore Monique comedy,
Right.
and it just became these pool of women making it off of that riding the dick, and I broke it off.
Oh God.
The
It's
dick-
the same thing for males too.
Yeah.
But like dudes, a lot of times we just talking about other women. And
Yeah,
you'll
yeah.
see comedians online on Instagram, Vine, and YouTube and stuff, and all they talking about is, you know, what they female did or how a female reacted.
You know how bitches be. Bitches be taking the dick like this.
How do you feel about male comedians putting on dresses? Woo! How do you
It's
feel
like
about
I feel
that?
like other male comedians have a problem with it more than girls do. I will
Yep.
say,
Yep.
I have liked a guy before, right? And I was feeling him, and I was like, all right, cool. Then he did his female character, and it was like, nothing is weirder than seeing somebody that you were actually attracted to, like, put on a dress and heels and be like,
Ooh.
so then
Dang, I
I was
never
just
thought
like,
about
so
that.
then, and I was like, I can never, ever want to do anything physical with you. Like,
But Cynthia, that was
Such a
kind of a contradiction, all right?
what?
You said that girls have more of a problem with it.
Before we get
But I
deep into
mean,
that,
like, guys have a problem with it based off of, like, your morals and you're this and you're that. It's like, I
Okay.
don't give a fuck. Like, if you think that's funny, like, seeing a guy in a dress, like, if I don't know you and it's like, oh, it's funny, or you play a really good gay guy, or you just play whoever really well. But on a personal level, it was just really like, he is a dick.
Okay,
Nah,
okay.
that's not
I
gonna.
always said I think out of the group, I'll be more willing to put on a dress only if it shows my talent, like how Eddie Murphy does. You know what I'm saying? When he plays different characters.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm
I
sorry.
I would do it like that, but just to put on a dress just to do it, nah. I wouldn't do it.
Because when Eddie Murphy did it I didn't look at it
Nutty
as
Professor.
a man putting on a dress. I was like, this nigga is hilarious.
I was talking to Wes Good the other day, right? And we're talking about the same topic, putting on a dress. And I told him, honestly, younger days, I say hell no. Now, when the older I get and the more I realize that I can control what I want to do, if it calls for it, yes. Because I think about my mom, and I think about how when I impersonate my mom to the guys on stage, automatic laugh.
Right.
And when I want to cast for my mom, or when I want to do impersonations or show my mom in a skit, can't nobody play her like me. So for me to fulfill that character, I'm gonna show you how she looks, so you can see the difference of who I'm talking to, so you can see that I'm getting into character,
Yeah.
and that's how I see it. So it's like if you can play that character well, and it's not like to me, the guy that you saw in it just probably wasn't funny. And he probably tried to do something that was out of his range,
Maybe.
and it made him look bad.
I mean, he was just playing a typical ratchet girl.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And I've seen guys like that, and they just do the typical shit, and it's like, you're not funny and you look stupid.
Yeah.
But if you're doing it, it's like, oh my God, I see you. Yeah. No one else could do this but
I
you.
mean, I think there have been a lot of like male comedians who have played characters and who've been well known, like to play characters who are girls. But at the same time, it's
Shanae.
kind of like you shouldn't have to put on a dress to be
Yeah.
funny. Like, if the only time you can get laughs is if you acting like a gay character, you acting like just super, like you got to put on a dress with your heels and your wig. Then it's kind of like,
Yeah.
See, and for me, for Eddie Murphy and stuff like that, the difference is like his characters they looked really true to
Yeah.
whatever he was trying to do.
Right.
Like the prosthetic stuff that he would put on, he would look like an old woman. He would
Right.
rather than just putting on a wig and a dress. There's a big
Right.
difference. But
Which has become super popular on Instagram. I mean, you look at Key and Peele, and it's like when they turn into girls, you forget, like, you're so into these characters.
And that's just so good. Megan, nah. Like,
And
you,
it's like,
you,
you
you
don't
see what they're
care.
doing.
You
And
don't
only them
care.
can do it. I don't want to see two other girls do this. I want to see them do it.
It's
And
funny.
that goes back to what I was saying. Like, as long as it shows your talent.
Yeah.
Because on
And
Portlandia,
it's funny because it's like it's a guy's perception of a girl. It's such an amped up version where it's like it's really just like, oh my god! Like I saw the funniest shit when he broke up with the other guy, and she's like, no, I'm fine. I'm not mad. And I was like, this shit is so funny because she looks so mad. So it's like if it's that's one thing, but then people just be putting on wigs and just do Instagram videos in their room, like, hi.
That's it. But see, and that and to me, like I feel like maybe it's not the best comparison, but it's like you have like shit jokes that can get overdone and they're easy to do. It's easy to do, and you got to take it up a notch in order to do it really well.
Right.
With the dresses thing, they're easy to do. You know, people are gonna laugh. Oh, it's a nigga with a dress on. You know, but if you could take that up to another notch and do it well, then it's like, okay, yeah. You know, like me personally, I never do that shit, but I can't knock somebody else off if they can do it well and showcase a character. I'm like, because I love that Megan shit.
Yeah,
Like,
and I don't knock people either. Cause Nutty Professor is hilarious,
Exactly.
but morally I wouldn't do it. But first, I feel like I'm funnier than that. Like I can be funny without a dress.
But it's not about being funnier than that. If the character, like just how I said, if I need someone, if we need to play my mom in a scene, or you need to cut to my mom, that I need to do it. I'm gonna be funny. I'm gonna be funny in this too. This is what something I can be funny as well. So
And
it's-
I don't knock people for doing that. I'm just saying personally, morally, I'm not gonna do
Yeah, I
that.
could
right,
never
But it makes
either.
sense
even
for you
that,
to do
like,
that.
Even that, I remember when Dave Chappelle like left Comedy Central for that, and that amongst everybody was like this big stigma. Oh no, like, man, we don't wear no dress. Like, yeah, stand up for it, Dave. Like, and ever since that, I feel like niggas has just been like, man, I ain't putting on no dress, man, because it's stand up for the black man, because we tired of it. But before then, it was like when a nigga put on a dress and he did it right. Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, when he did it in Shanae, like Martin would not be the same without nigga putting on his two kids, mom and Shanae, like the best characters on that show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, but I'm saying like no, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like those are some great characters. And when we look at that and we now we getting mad at it because one person got mad at it. It's like that's his morals. We don't all have to take
but it's
his.
different
For me,
though,
I didn't
hold
even
on.
know he
beliefs.
left because of a dress.
No, he
I
didn't
never
leave
knew
because of that. He didn't. No, he
I think
didn't.
it's a
He
lot
didn't
of
leave.
everything.
No,
I
he
didn't
didn't
know that. That ain't the reason
said,
why.
wait,
for
wait,
me,
wait. He
but
didn't
that ain't
leave
the
because
reason
of the
why
dress.
for me.
Yeah, my bad. He didn't leave because of the dress. He left because of the way certain the Caucasians laughing at his racial jokes in a certain way that was different than when black people would
At
laugh
him,
at
not
him.
with him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when it comes to, and this is why this is a whole nother conversation. It might be a little deep, but sometimes other races look at the black man to be the strong man. You're the monolith of strength and all of that. And so to see them put on the dress is the opposite of what they already perceive. Is automatically funny. So they do laugh at it for a different reason. And I can't get mad at, and when it comes to business, you got all these white guys being like, okay, what do black people like to see? We
So
saw
you
that
think
this
black
was,
people are harder on black comedians wearing dresses than white comedians?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
true.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And,
yep.
and we're not doing it because we think white people are doing it because of this, and we think black.
But sometimes
men
they
gonna think
are.
about it. But when we should just be doing it because it's funny to us, and we know our demographics gonna laugh.
But sometimes that white folks are looking at it. I mean,
So?
not just white folks. Let me not say that, because it's just it could be a black businessman, but hey, they like to see you in the dress. You know what I mean? And you're doing it for the wrong audience, for the wrong reason. So.
Bollywood videos sometimes, Bollywood movies or something.
Yeah.
Being,
Those
Yeah.
things be crazy.
it's
Their
fun,
action
and
is
they-
crazy.
I love watching them sometimes, but and they have a lot of comedians actually that put on dresses.
Yeah.
So this is worldwide.
It's a worldwide thing. Yeah.
I don't disagree with you. Me personally, I just don't want to put on a dress.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
That's all it is. But
Yeah.
it's, number one's funny. I have seen dudes put on dresses and I'd be like, they're cooning.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Which
Right.
is a big difference. You're just cool. You're not even telling jokes.
Right.
You're just putting on a dress. And you act like
Black man in a dress. I'm funny.
Because it's
like-
not like,
cooning.
yeah.
Now, if you actually are funny, like you said, Eddie Murphy,
Martin.
You know, those guys killed it. And they brought jokes to it too.
Yeah, and character and like
and a lot of good stuff to it. And like you said, you can impersonate you make me laugh every time you impersonate your mom. So I can't imagine the show done well.
Right.
So I would want to see the makeup and everything transform.
Now, Cynthia, would you dress up like a guy in a skit?
Yeah, but I don't think that's seen. To me, the equivalent.
I don't really find girls attractive when they dress up.
I mean, like if I don't know them,
but girls wear guy clothing. It's different. It's totally
to me, I think
different.
the equivalent of that is like a girl who's just like showing off her body too much. You know, it's like. It's not that it's a bad thing and there's a right way to do it, there's a wrong way to do it. You look at it, Beyonce's super sexy, J-Lo's super sexy, but they were at a certain level. It's a certain like type of class that comes with it. It's a certain amount of talent that you have to have if you're going to show off your body. So to me, it's the same way. It's like, all right, you could wear a dress, you could be a girl, you could do this, but you have to have a certain amount of class, a certain amount of talent, and a certain amount of status to do that. Or else you'll just get known as just that guy who just be wearing a wig on Instagram looking stupid. Right. So it's the same way with girls. Like you could be sexy, you could show off your body, you could do that, but you have to have the other part to back it up. That's my equivalent to it.
Yeah. Right. And it's funny. I'm gonna end with this, but Portlandia
we gotta end it.
I mean, we talking.
But Portlandia had a funny episode where it was a Pullout King. It was a
I saw that.
You saw that? Like it was a mattress store called the Pullout King, like a pull-out mattress.
Oh yeah.
And the girl, she dressed as a guy, and she was so fucking offended because she said, "No, I'm the Pullout King. I ain't never had like no type of mishaps." And she went through the whole episode pissed off because she was the Pullout King. That was the funniest fucking shit. That shit was hilarious to me. So I see where it can work, and I see where it can't. You know?
Right. And I think there's good and bad with everything, genre and every type of thing. And there's good and bad with guys putting on dresses. There's good and bad with Instagram comedy. There's good and bad with Vines. It's good and bad with everything. Yeah. It's just like you got to just pick and choose and choose what you look at.
I think everyone just has preferences, like, because there are funny Jesus jokes, but I personally don't want to be attacking God on jokes. I mean, that's just me.
And
so
that's
the same thing with the dress. Like, I don't sit there when someone do it and be like, but I'm just saying me. I don't want to do it.
I do like that when it's corny. When it's corny.
I mean, of course, that's with anything. But I'm just saying, I'm not against it. Well, you shouldn't do that. If you want to do it, do it.
Yeah,
just me.
Cynthia, have you ever
don't feel
been accused of going too far in a joke or?
No, nobody is really.
Did you ever feel like you were going too far?
I feel like I was going too far with some of the sex stuff, like in the sketches, because one, like, you know, I was around a lot of stand-up comedians before I even got into stand-up comedy, and that was one of their warnings, like, just don't go out there with sex jokes. Like, you don't want to be that girl up there, like, and then you was doing this with a dick and blah, 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 blah.
And then I was riding the dick.
And I broke it in half. Snap.
So that was always like a warning before, where it's like, you know, girls have a funny view. We're a part of sex too. So it's like you do have a funny view on it, and you do want to share your perspective on it, but you don't want to be known just for that. But I was more worried about it from my mom. My mom watches everything that I do. And I was like, oh, I don't know if my mom wants to see this. I don't know if she wants to hear this. I don't know if she wants to know that I know about this. Like, I'm like, But nah, I mean, people, it's the internet. So it's like there's really no, like.
There's no filter. My mom watched our sketch Tay's butt, and it eats me up.
It's like, it's hard.
I stay awake
and
they
support. They be like, yeah, it's fun, but you like.
I'm like, I don't want you to.
Listen,
Mama.
I've passed that stage now, and me and my mom have the best understanding. She listens to these podcasts. She watches every video, and she knows what to talk to me about, and she knows, like, she understands this is how I think, and this is who I am.
Yeah.
And I can't let that hinder me from expressing myself. And she'll eventually understand that I'm being exactly who I am, and she will just be, all right, that's my son, and I know he's not gonna do anything too crazy.
Right.
But
okay.
But you know what I'm saying? And as long as she knows that I love her, and I think that's this conversation you got to have with your parent.
Yeah. It's
with
hard.
Because especially if they know what you do, and they know. You know, but this is kind of. Did your mom know that you did comedy before you came out here?
I mean, no, because I came out here and I was just hosting, and then when I started being around stand-up comedians, they were like, "Yo, you're really funny," and I was like, "No, like whatever." And they was like, "No, you should really give it a try."
Did you twiddle your hair while you said
I was like, nah, like, I don't know.
Did he say, "Let's fuck afterwards"?
So like,
She didn't say nothing.
She went straight to the soul line.
nah, he's like my brother, but but yeah, Yeah, so that kind of got me into comedy, and then through that, it started being like writing, and then I'm like, hey, Mom, like, but she thinks it's funny. She's never been like, oh, I'm ashamed that you did this, or I'm ashamed that you did that.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a sketch called Do You Like My Head, and like, I wrote it, and
That
she
shit was
was
hilarious.
like,
That
thank
shit was
you,
funny.
thank you.
Which one?
Hilarious.
Do you
The
like
one
my
when-
head?
when they
was
washing the car?
Oh, yeah.
that shit
Oh
was
my
funny.
god,
Yeah.
yo, that shit was
Murdered that.
It
Even
was
the other one with the popping the girl out the trunk. When y'all,
Oh my
The Instagram
God.
one was dope.
And it was then you know, and that's what, like you said, like girls have a perspective of sex, and to accept sex as a part of life and not just use it as something to just be like as vulgar as possible,
Right,
just to
yeah.
be.
but you gotta do it.
Ride the dick like this.
We got to put that in our show. We watching TV. These girls,
Ride the dick.
But no, but that shit was funny because they were having an argument about
Right.
sex, like, you know, and it was like it was funny. It was
Yeah.
funny. It was, I appreciate
But
it.
even with that, I went through and I kind of how many times I actually said like head or like really vulgar words like cum. Like I'm like, you can limit it, you know, the subject matter, but you don't have to be like
Yeah.
riding the dick. Like,
Yeah.
So.
if you're not comfortable watching, then then
Right.
you should. If you're comfortable watching it, then everybody should be comfortable
Yeah.
watching.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
You're mixed, correct? You're half white, half black.
Yes.
What is? I don't know. Did you grow up with both your parents?
Yeah, they're still married 28 years. They celebrated their anniversary.
That's what's up.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Ebony Ivory.
Oh, that's because your daddy wanted the yams.
Your dad white?
My dad is white.
Yams.
Straight yams.
So my question is then, does your mom and your dad have different taste in comedy? And what do they see your comedy as? Does your dad, being white, see it any differently than your mom do that?
I don't know. My dad doesn't watch a lot of comedy stuff. Like he watches like NCIS. He watches like white people shit. Like my dad's really white. So
Did that rub off on you in your comedy?
not really, because he never watched comedy growing up. That was more like my mom who was like around that. And plus it was like the guys that I grew up around. I was always around older guys and they were always like roasting each other and joking and all of that shit. So it's kind of like that's where that comes from more.
Did your mom like comedy? Like, riding the dick.
My mom actually she liked Seinfeld. She liked Frasier. Like my
That's
mom,
why she liked your
she
dad.
liked white people comedy. So like that. But I naturally I went to all black high school. I didn't grow up around any white people. I didn't talk to the white side of my family at all. So growing up, I naturally kind of went towards black comedy because that's what all my friends were watching. That's what everybody was doing. But then at home, like in the household, they were watching a lot of white comedy. So I'm sure it's probably like a mixture of the two.
That's cool.
Does your mom find your dad funny?
No, my dad's not funny. Like my dad, like he has the jokes where it's like he'll say something like right, cause you like yeah, dad, like all right.
But your mom still love him.
But she does, she
still
does, and they work, and they're a great team, raised 6 kids.
But everyone's different.
Like,
though. You
Oh,
can't
God.
just put
That's what I'm
that.
saying. Everyone's
exactly.
different.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I'm not mad when you saying love. You can't, you know, when we say laughter.
They definitely love each other. They
You
support
said
us.
that's what he was saying for his
we
point.
bringing up
for
the
him.
I have heard my
But what
dad
you
say the
were after.
N-word once though,
Oh, he did?
and it was over water. Somebody drank his water.
Which one of you niggas?
Wait, what happened?
And that's what he said. He was like,
Oh,
That nigga want to be hydrated. He's sick of it.
and I was just like.
That's
I didn't know what to say because I was like, you're not racist, you know, like you, and then it was recently, it was like 2 years ago, and I was like, I'm an adult, I can handle this situation. We was in the house, but I was like,
That's funny.
that was the one and only time, and I was just like,
Did you talk to him about it?
I just was like, did you just say that? Like, did you really just say? He's like, my dad's like, he's like really polite. He's a very, very like polite guy. So he's like, and we just started dying laughing. I was like, Mom, Dad said the N-word. And she was like, what, Mike?
Mike.
It was so funny.
White
It was
Mike.
just
White
like-
Mike.
White Mike.
It was interesting.
I gotta see a picture of your dad now. I always need to see the visual.
You about to wrap up?
Yeah,
I got
go
one
ahead.
last
Go ahead.
question.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to ask this question because we've been holding on to this question for two months now.
We have?
Yes. All right. So we recently seen a friend with friend who was black, and we didn't know who her boyfriend was, but when we met him, he was white, and it started a conversation amongst us, like, when does a black woman say, you know what, I'm dating a white man.
Oh, I'm so close. I'll get back to you in 2 weeks. That's
Okay,
how
2
close
weeks.
I am. I'm like,
Ooh.
I'm done with niggas.
Damn.
I'm done. Like, I'm done.
Now
I'll
here
say
you
2
got
weeks.
sitting 6 niggas, right?
Right?
And
I'm a black man.
here you got sitting 6 African American males,
Right?
Okay.
and some people call us niggas,
Right?
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 Now, to me, I see great qualities in all these dudes.
Amazing qualities.
And,
Thank you,
and
Mike.
obviously they got their own minds and stuff. They do their own things.
Right.
But I know myself the most. And I know when I hear some of these stereotypes of black males, I cringe, even though I know it's true. But I'm like, damn, you probably just don't know a lot of black males. Or you probably just meeting the wrong ones, or you going to the wrong place, because I'm here. And not saying I want to be with you.
No,
You know
I
what I'm
feel
saying?
you, yeah.
But at the same time, if I'm here and my nigga reading the same thing as me, and we exchanging information and knowledge off each other, and there's 6 dudes in here, maybe we that special, or is you just not searching in the right spots?
We that special.
I mean, I've dated like all types of different black guys though. Like my first boyfriend was a drug dealer, you know.
Okay, well,
He's
see,
in
there you
jail
go.
now for armed robbery.
Okay.
And then I've dated super
switched
creative guys, smart guys who ain't shit. Like a variety of black guys from the East Coast to West Coast, in the middle, down south. But I think it's just our culture and the way black guys see women. It's like, I don't know. I think
Damn,
people really
that's
live by
rough.
hip hop lyrics, and they think it's like that's really how they should treat women.
A lot of
And
people do live by
it's
hip-hop
like, yo,
Lost
Lil
to
Wayne
hip-hop.
is not like a religion. Like, do
Yeah.
not listen to it. Two
Right,
bitches at the
right.
same. Like, y'all mindsets. Not y'all.
Yeah,
Y'all
of course,
doing
right,
good.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Comedy Central series. Congrats.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank
But
you.
like black guys in general, man, I don't know, just how they treat women. It's like I'm getting tired of y'all shit. Like I'm just.
Yeah.
But you see what I'm saying? You see, when do we say as black women, and I'm
Yes.
involving myself because I want to be a part of this movement.
Yes.
But when do we say I'm gonna stop saying black guys need to get it together, and I need to probably find or do me, and then have the right guy come to me?
Yeah.
When do we start saying that?
I mean, I'm waiting. I don't chase nobody, you feel me? Like, I'm
Okay.
waiting. Like, if the right guy comes, that's fine. If he happens to be white, I'm just more open to it now, really. Because, like, when I was in high school, and even up until, like, a year ago, I was just like, I just like black guys. Like, white guys never turned me on. They never interested me. Like, I'm just like, Now I'm like, you know what? Fuck it.
What do you think would be
I'll
different
take
with a
it.
white guy versus a black guy?
I feel like he'd treat me so nice.
Oh no.
And I feel like he would just uplift me.
I know some dickhead white.
And I'd just be like, like, I get it.
White men cheat too.
But see,
White men do cheat.
but see the thing, I think to me personally, I think it's more about American men.
Okay.
You know, I think it's more
Very true.
American
Could
men. I think it's, you know, and we live in the patriarchy. You know, so I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just me.
I feel like I can give me a good Brazilian guy who will treat me right, just talk to me in an accent, tell me I'm beautiful. Like, I'll be cool with that. Foreign, I'm okay
He's
with
still a
that.
nigga at the end of the day.
But I also think it has a lot to do with like guys' upbringings, because there's some black guys who have had amazing upbringings and know what real love looks like, knows what it takes to really put forth an effort in a relationship, and it could just be a matter of that, or just where you're at in life and your life experiences. Like, I'm talking all this shit, but I'm probably just gonna end up with a black
But I'm a
guy
strong
anyway.
believer in you attract who you are.
Yeah.
And everybody in my life reflects me in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So if I ain't fine, like honestly, I can say I'm talking to like a few good-hearted girls, and even though some other people might find their flaws, but to me, I find the great in them, and they reflect me in a certain way. So I feel like when you have that energy,
So you saying it's my fault? Got you.
I'm kind of saying. Okay. And
How does that make you feel?
And then here's the thing: not only do you, it's not just because you do it, because everybody does. All of like black women, it's I can't find no good man. I can't find, and it's like, wait a minute, don't worry about finding a good man. Find yourself first.
No, that's so true. And that's what I'm learning right now. It's like, yo, like it starts with you. If you're happy with yourself and you're happy with where you're at and what you're doing, then like guys will come and go, people will come and go.
Exactly.
You don't need as much, you know? And I think women, luckily I did grow up with a dad, and I think women look for a guy to be so much in their life because they don't have enough of who they are and what they have going on. It's like you over here crying about a guy. The last couple times I've cried have been over bad auditions, over things with my career. Like, I don't got time to cry over niggas right now. So
Okay.
it's like,
Yeah, don't cry over niggas.
nah, like cry over your passion, over your life, over what's going on with you. You're so concerned with yourself.
Right.
Like,
I agree with you. That's a good mindset.
and he might come along, or I might be single forever. We'll see.
Same thing for
be
guys,
happy,
too.
Just find happiness before that.
Yeah.
And you'll never have to worry, because that to me is a weapon.
Yeah.
Your relationship is a weapon.
To not need people is the most amazing
exactly.
weapon.
If you can do that, then you found yourself.
Hold on. The guy talking about he chooses to fall in
Yep.
love over.
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
So on that note,
now we're back to this.
We could back it up.
we don't need to back it up.
Yes, we can.
It is.
Look, I think the same advice goes to guys as well.
Yeah, it
too.
does.
Of course, absolutely.
But guys are better at finding themselves and being happy by themselves. They're not as dependent on women.
Right, and when you do that, you want to share that with somebody, which makes you fall in love with them. You learn and you grow with them, and if you fall out of love, you move on and you fall in love again, and you keep growing and you build off that. And that's how people grow and build, and that's how the world is built, and that's why I choose love. Thank you.
Choose to fall in love.
He dropped the mic. Cynthia,
All right.
you have officially given us our longest podcast. Shout
I'm
out
sorry.
to you. No, shout out to you.
I think it was mostly Mike and Emmanuel.
No, it was good because it was really good conversation.
The Hennessy got flowing. And
If it was,
we got to end it with Tay. You know,
well, we will.
doing the-
Cynthia, plug yourself, any upcoming projects you got going on, whatever you
They
need.
can find
All
you.
Where they
right.
can find you.
You guys can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Vine,
that's enough.
YouTube. You can find me on every social media platform. It's at Cynthia Luciette. CYNTHIALUCIETTE. That's
Oh, it's
everything.
Luciette. I was saying
Luciette.
Lucette.
Yeah, no.
Is that how you've been saying my name this whole time?
Luciette.
Wow.
Yeah.
Luciette.
Yeah.
Nope, it's a made up name.
Made up name.
It's from my middle name. It's my middle name.
All right.
I'm not saying that.
Well, on that note, Tay, lead us out.
I want you guys to have a great night, a great day, and remember, always, in your soul,
Ride the dick as hard as you can and snap it off in half and take it out and eat it and ride it again.
My pussy hurt.
Until
My
next
pussy
week,
hurt.
thank you. We out.